we have 30-second delay. Okay.
Okay. So it's going to be weird looking at yourself.
Yeah, it is always weird looking at yourself.
With a delay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Whoa.
What'd I do?
This is how the stream is going to start.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, I'm Norn Queen Alexis. Welcome back to the channel. Today I have Lee with me. Lee, give yourself an introduction.
Hi, I'm Lee, and I'm her friend, apparently.
I kidnapped him.
Yeah.
Holding him hostage.
Can't help. It doesn't feed me. Well,
I gave you at least one meal this week.
And some tea. So
Yeah, see?
good.
Tea.
Yeah, it's good.
All right, since you won't do it, I will.
No.
Lee, you used to work for Mini Wargaming, designing a lot of their terrain and everything.
Yes.
And
painting
you
stuff.
moved to Iceland, and it was such a... Well, you moved back to Iceland,
Yeah.
and it was such a good idea that I stole the idea and moved to Iceland.
Yeah.
That's exactly the reason that I came.
Because of me.
Yeah, strictly not because of my fiance in the other room. We are yeet for Lee. But yeah, you built the crazy tables that they have at Mini Wargaming Studios.
One of them, anyway.
Yeah, like the giant crane.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's been crazy.
And I painted a lot of stuff for them. I mean, a lot.
You want to paint some of my stuff?
Once I get my setup, then yeah, sure. But
Yay! I could be lazy.
no.
So, Lee, you make my armies look small, and I have 17 armies.
Yes.
That's
I used to have more armies though, but I sold them to Mini Wargaming back in the day.
Really?
Yeah.
I know I got most of my corn stuff from you.
Yeah.
I got all the old metal corn models, all of my Chaos Dreadnoughts, Karn the Betrayer, because you had like 6 of them.
Yeah, I don't need 6 of them. And I don't play 40k anymore, so
Yeah.
it's a whole thing. I do play 30k though.
We play a lot of 30k. We got to play more 30k. We got to play 30k.
We got to play some 30k. We haven't played yet.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we're still setting up tables and everything. Lee has actually been teaching me how to make all the terrain that you've seen in recent videos. Like those ruins and everything that we've shown on the channel. Lee is actually the one that showed me how to do all of that.
Yeah.
And to make it so that whenever I try to paint a piece of cardboard, it doesn't just melt.
Yeah. Or foam.
Yeah. Which has happened a few times. And we're currently working on a giant castle. Actually, no, that project's finished.
Yeah, we actually finished that
Ooh.
2 weekends ago.
Yeah, we gotta make a video of that.
Yeah.
That's gonna be insane. I can't wait for that because we're doing that up for campaigns that are gonna be coming up on the channel soon enough.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, we just have to get some stuff printed, and then we can just start pumping that out. And I will be involved with that, so.
yeah, and I can't wait. It's gonna be so much fun. I'm gonna get Lee to play 40k. He's not gonna like it.
No, I'm not going to play 40k.
Yeah, he's gonna play 40k. I'm gonna hit him with the convincing taser.
Hey, not going to work.
I don't know. It's worked on a few people before.
Yeah, well, not me.
Good old convincing taser.
Well, but yeah, I mean, I moved back home, what, a year and a half ago? Or like a year ago? Or like
No,
August?
it was longer than that.
No, it's August. That was a year ago.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's just under a year and a half ago that I moved home.
Because, so, funny story involving Lee, okay?
They're all funny.
They are all funny. One is any of your interactions on Mini Wargaming. Like, they're all hilarious. But I met Lee, at an Adepticon, like, 4 or 5 years ago?
Yeah, I think it was Adepticon, I want to say 2018.
Yeah.
Because that's the only one I've been to. And I just saw this girl walking around in a sororitas outfit. I was like, she looks very interesting. I'll go talk to her. Which is totally not like me at all. Because I'm usually like really introverted and just like private. And just like, I'm going to go talk to her. And after like 5 minutes, I found out she has an Icelandic boyfriend. So I was like,
Yep.
huh, okay.
So we got to talking like that whole night. Did we go out drinking that night?
No, we just went out for dinner because I wasn't drinking.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
But we hung out the entire event, and like a few months later, I decided to, or like a year later, I decided to travel up.
Yeah, it was a while later.
Yeah, I decided to travel up from New York to the Mini Wargaming studio, and I got to say the trip there was actually beautiful.
Yeah.
We got stopped by Border Patrol.
I say yeah, like I was there.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
You were technically in Canada.
Technically.
But I crashed at Lee's place. Now, Victor didn't know that Lee was Icelandic.
No.
So,
and the name doesn't scream Icelandic at all.
No, and I purposely did not tell him your last name.
No.
So, it was like one of the best things ever because I knock on Lee's door, Lee greets me, I give him a big old hug, and then he looks at Victor and says,
Blessaður.
Which is a common greeting in Iceland. And Victor stood there like dumbfounded.
His face just fell off. It was so
it
funny.
was so good.
And that was when I realized that, oh, you didn't tell him.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, and laughed and laughed. And was like, okay. And just to get back at her, we just spoke Icelandic
the entire night.
So she didn't know what was going on.
It was worth it.
It was great fun.
But
then I just showed you my hobby room, just like, here are my bits. There you go.
Okay, it was a room that, it was about a closet. Like, it was fairly large.
Yeah, I mean, you could have made it into like a small child's bedroom.
Yeah.
But I just filled it out with stuff.
But we have more important things than children.
Yes. We have different children. We have plastic children.
So he filled this entire room, and I went through everything because I saw bits, and I was just like,
yeah, and I remember like because me and Victor were just playing Bloodball on my computer, or my TV, and just having fun. And well, she was going through all my stuff, and I still remember the look on your face because you had like if you see anything you want, just take it aside. I'll look through it, and if I don't want to give it to you, I'll just take it back. So no problem.
I got an entire corn army.
Yeah, and she just had like this like pile of stuff on my desk. It was like, this is all the stuff you have that I want. And I just, yeah, whatever, take it. I don't care.
Like I was willing to pay, and he's just like,
nah,
just
take it. It just takes up space. I'm not gonna do anything with it.
Yeah, and right now we're both in the same like stupid conundrum where we're both waiting for our armies to get here.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with my situation is, because I moved back home, and the way it works here in Iceland, it's kind of weird, because when you're applying for a mortgage, they actually take, if you're paying rent, they take that into the calculation.
Which I wish they would do into America.
No, it's stupid, because like, let's say I'm paying X amount in rent.
Okay.
And they calculate, okay, he's going to be paying X amount in rent while he's paying for the loan, which I won't be paying because I won't be renting anymore.
Oh, that's stupid. Yeah. Never mind, that is dumb.
Yeah, that's so dumb.
I thought what you meant is that they took it into account for how much money you...
No, it's part of your expenditures for the month.
Oh, that's...
So let's say you're paying maybe 200,000 krona, which is like $2,000 rent. They calculate, okay, you need at least that, and then maybe the mortgage is only like $1,000. So it's like, okay, I can afford to pay this rent, but I can't afford to pay this mortgage. So it's weird.
Yeah.
So what happened is when I moved back home, I just moved into with my parents, where I'm still staying. So that when I go to get my mortgage, I don't have to.
Oh my God, that is dumb.
Yeah, but it helps me out. So I don't have any of my stuff. It's all storage.
And my stuff is still in Arizona.
Yeah.
Slowly being shipped little by little. Which...
So we're like parents without our children.
Well, the worst part is... The worst part of this is... Okay, I have a lot of my armies here, but none of which I have complete armies of. Like, I have all of my Space Marine tanks,
Yeah, but
none of the infantry.
Yeah, none of your Space Marines.
So I can't play Space Marines. I have my Khorne Demons. Khorne Demons are terrible.
Yes.
I have my Slanesh Seekers and 1 Keeper of Secrets. It's not good enough for the army.
And a Demon Prince, looks like.
I have like 4 Demon Princes over there. But I do have my Sisters of Battle and my Custodians and my Gene Stealer cult, which are all being updated.
Yeah.
Well, not the Sisters. Sisters I can play at any time, which I like playing my Sisters, but they're a little bit,
Yeah.
Once you play them like 4 or 5 games in a row, you're just kind of like, yeah, I want to play something different. And Tyranids suck. Like,
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
well, it's like if you don't play Hive Guard, which I don't have. I have 3 Hive Guard. I technically have another box of 3 coming, but like, if you don't have Hive Guard, your list is just garbage.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't want to play. If I want to play Hive Guard, that's Space Marines. I'll just play Space Marines.
Yeah.
We do got a question now. What is your favorite Blood Bowl team?
My favorite Blood Bowl team is Norse.
Well, go ahead, tell us.
Because they
about them.
all have block out of the box. And they're amazing. And they're angry Norsemen. So, yeah.
That's fair. Do I have a favorite? Yeah, the Reglin Reavers. Is that what they're called?
What, humans?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, humans. Just because it is really funny.
But then again, there's like a lot of new stuff been coming out for Blood Bowl. So,
Yeah. No, we gotta get some Blood Bowl games on the channel, and that's gonna be
Yeah,
between you and Victor,
yes.
because I'm not gonna learn it.
Yeah, you are.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, you are.
Nuh-uh.
Well, then I'm not going to play 40K.
Shit. All right. I will learn Blood Bowl.
I'm not, you're never playing Blood Bowl.
Damn it, you're right. We got a message from Kiko saying, lesson learned from this, don't let Alexis go through your stuff.
It's totally fine.
I was willing to pay. Like, I was going to go through it. It was old stuff, and I was going to pay.
I mean, we're talking like stuff that came out in 2nd edition.
Yeah, we're talking like the old spindly demons. Like, yeah, like this guy.
Where's the camera? Here we go. Yeah. Like a bunch of these guys.
Yeah, and I absolutely love them. I think that they are crazy.
Yeah, I just have a ton of them. I don't know why. I think it's like I got when someone quit playing and just gave me all their stuff, which happens a lot. Because I don't like people throwing out Warhammer stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, that actually bugs me a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, I understand throwing out terrain when it gets beaten up and broken.
Yeah, but that's not models.
Yeah. But, like, old demons can still be used, and in fact, they give your demon army, like, a bit more. Like, they look more like demons, in my opinion. Like, a demon army shouldn't match. Like,
No.
You should be able to look at them and be like, those are seekers. And then when you look closer at them, you should be like, oh, they're all different.
Yeah, there should be like different generations of them, but they all should like function together. I mean, like these bloodletters, they still work as bloodletters.
He's got you there. Yeah, you do. You do. My roommate has been looking into one-page rules. Have you thought of trying them as a change up to normal 40K? I looked at it, and no. It is not my cup of tea.
Well, I don't know what it is.
So they dumb down everything to one page.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
And it's pretty cool, but it turns, in my opinion, it turns the game into too much of rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah.
Where I like the little nuances of the game itself. I like interactions. I don't like too many of how armies are reliant on stratagems now. I liked it better in 8th edition when they had stratagems that can boost them, but not like what they are now.
Yeah. That's why I'm still stuck in like 7.5.
Yeah.
Like the Horus Heresy stuff.
Well, Horus Heresy, 7th edition works really well without formations.
Yeah.
The second you take away formations, 7th edition was actually good.
Yeah.
Although I still don't like that you can stun lock vehicles. That'll always be my little hiccup with it.
What do you mean?
You could just run into a vehicle with a unit that can barely hurt it, and then when it retreats, it can't fire.
Well, you can't do that in 7th edition.
Hmm?
You can't do that in 7th edition.
No, you can charge things.
Yeah, but then it just rams you.
Yeah.
It just drives over you.
Oh yeah, because they have Death of Glory.
Yeah.
I guess. I have to replay it.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that people have forgotten since 8th and 9th. Like we're in 7th. And, like, 7th wasn't, like, a perfect system. But with 7.5, they actually fixed a bunch of stuff that was wrong with 7. So...
Yeah. Formations.
Yeah.
And Eldar.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is, like, it's pretty much Space Marine on Space Marine all the time.
Space Marine on Space Marine action.
Yes.
You know, giant muscle roided out gorillas on top of each other, sweaty.
Yes, and chain axes.
Chain axes.
No, but I mean, so you don't have, like, the issue with 7th was the bloat because of all the different armies and they all have different rules and it just got bigger and bigger and bigger.
And also they were trying to push for sales, like, constantly, where Forge World is basically GW's tax write-off. So they actually wrote decent rules for it.
Yeah.
Decent. It's still GW writing rules, so it's still bad, but...
Yeah.
You know.
They've never been really good at writing rules. Except for Bloodball.
Yeah.
I think the Bloodball rules are actually pretty solid.
Let's see what we got. Let's see. Well, their rules are 16 pages. Well, then it's a lie. Am I late? Well, I certainly hope not. I mean, if you're late on your period, you might need to check if you're pregnant. That poor person came in and heard that. I am so sorry. I am sorry. Space Marine on Space Marine action. You know what? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Starting from the smaller models, such as Guard, with all the others scaled accordingly. Complete redesign of the product line. Games Workshop can't afford to redesign the entire product line.
No, that's what they're trying to do with, like, Primaris Marines now.
And with hero scaling in 30K. Just because it costs like $100,000 per machine to do it. And then the machine is only good for like a few hundred prints. And then they have to remake the mold.
Yeah.
So even though they're a $4 billion company that constantly uses cheap advertisements and all sorts of ways to skirt around prices.
About how many models they have in their range.
Yeah, just Space Marines alone is over 100.
Yeah, and each one of those needs a mold. Yep. And they have multiple molds for each model. Mm-hmm. And then they have to change it all out. It's really expensive.
Yeah. Let's see, what do we got? That was great timing for me. Scott, you're amazing. We love you. And rules should be redefined. This person is like going on a whole tirade to match with lore. Okay, let's talk about Space Marine lore for a second. Do you know Space Marines could be killed by a lead pipe? Not only has it happened multiple times, but it's completely canon. Space Marines were cannon fodder in 30K. Like, that's the whole point of the books, is these wars are so great that Marines die by the thousands. Like, if you want to redesign Space Marines, you're going to need, like...
Then they should be like custodians.
Yeah, they would be like custodians, but everything...
Like, you have, like, 2,500 point army and it's like 25 guys.
Yeah.
And that's boring.
Well, not only that, imagine how they would have to scale up like Eldar. Considering Eldar are faster and sometimes even stronger than Marines.
Yep.
Like, a striking Scorpion XR killed a captain in 2 hits. And it happens. Also, thank you for the donation. You're awesome and I love you. Alexis, you're a butt. You're amazing. Say hi, Inquisition member Skipper. Okay.
That's not how you spell hi, by the way.
No, he's saying hi, Inquisitor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think I read that really weird because I like paused in between it. Sorry for the rant. YouTube chat won't allow me. No, you're perfectly fine. But like, Okay.
Rant away.
No. It's actually good because that's what we do. We sit here, like, when Lee comes over, we, like, put a project out, and then we, like, glue one thing together, and the entire time we're just talking about 40K lore.
Yeah.
And
it even gets Victor out of his room sometimes.
Yeah. And Victor doesn't come out of his room. He's like a wall gremlin.
Yep. There you go.
I hope the microphone picked that up.
Yeah.
I still wonder if GW will ever explain why the Imperium doesn't just mass clone Imperial Guardman regiments like they do with the Death Corps Krieg. Honestly, that's a really good question. Like, I think it's just because the writers forget half of the shit that Space Marines and the Imperium can do. Like, they technically have infinite resources.
Yeah.
So when they say that they're running low on resources...
It also depends on, like, who's writing it. Because sometimes they say they have, like, a problem with cloning because it doesn't work all the time. Then this regiment comes out and they just clone everyone.
Yeah. Or there's freaking Fabius Bile who can clone anything.
Yeah. So.
And it's like... They could, and if you really want to, you could just make your own custom lore for that. Like, GW's lore is completely up for interpretation. That's one of the best parts of the lore.
Yeah.
But a lot of this stuff is stupid. Like, there is... For instance, they could technically just mass clone infantry and just keep them in stasis until they're needed.
Yeah.
Like, Space Marine regiments shouldn't take years to recruit. They should actually just have millions of Space Marines just on the ready with only 1,000 standing by. So that way when one dies, they could just replace them instantly.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, they can even put his memories.
Nice, but it's something they could do.
Yeah, but they can even put the memories of the fallen one in their head.
Yeah.
And just replace them. You can have an entire Space Marine chapter that is clones. And you can do this because this has happened in the lore. Fabius Bile... Fabius Bile Clone Lord, whatever the book was called, he actually makes a Space Marine chapter, or Space Marines, and then makes the Gland Hounds, which are better than Space Marines. Then he makes something else, and now he has Custodians that he can make. So, let's see, what other questions? Do you think Warhammer needs to be rebalanced? Yeah.
Yes.
So right now, it's a constant rotation, which I do like. I do like rotating metas, but I don't like the fact that somebody could spend $450 on an army just for it to be garbage.
Yep.
Like, anyone who buys NIDS, I tend to warn them, like, whoa, they're bad. Or Genestealer Cult, they're really bad right now. Or Astra Militarum. Like, those three armies are just garbage right now until they get updated.
Yep.
And there are
going to be,
builds.
like, too good, and then they have to update something else. And
Yeah. Like, there's no point to buying the books anymore.
No.
Just use Battlescribed and Wahapedia.
Yeah.
Like, Wahapedia does get a lot of things wrong, though. But it's usually on things that don't matter, like Crusaders and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Fabulous Pile.
That's his new name.
Yeah.
That's his clone.
This is my clone, Fabulous Pile. Oh, no, you didn't kill me. You killed Fabulous Pile. Common mistake. Agree on the Eldar differences. I wish rules could be much more different from faction to faction. You might actually enjoy the RPG games. Like, hands down. You might want to actually play, like, the RPGs, but form it into 5-on-5 combat. You would really like that because it does have all the nuances of the armies. I still wonder if GW will ever explain why the Imperium... Oh, we just read that one. Good about the Eldar. Do you think Warhammer needs to be rebalanced? We just read that one. Sorry, it scrolled slightly, so everything, like, shifted for me. I'm also really dumb, but I'm going to use a different excuse.
Yeah, okay. I've got nothing.
Oh, okay. All right, let's see what Geeko has to say. So I have been trying to get my roommates, I read that as romance, to play narrative 40K. We both have been burnt out with 40K recently. You might just want to try the RPGs. Like, at Geeko, especially with you, I could run you through an RPG session, and you might really enjoy it.
But the question is, do you play any other games?
He plays BattleTech, and he really enjoys BattleTech. But BattleTech is like comparing BattleTech and 40K. It's like chess and checkers.
Yeah.
They're like two completely different games with two completely different skill sets.
Yeah.
And honestly, both are terrific games. I'm talking about BattleTech and 40K. All right, let's see. Krieger up in the air, whether they are clones or not. I always thought they were just clones. Oh.
Yeah, I actually heard both.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter to me.
I do like that they're French. Crazy French people.
With shovels.
Yeah. Good old power shovels. Give the old Chaos Space Marine a yeet stick.
Where were we?
I'm going to run up to the giant and hit him with a pipe. Yeah. No, like, it is actually canon. In the Deathwatch, not only in the Deathwatch novel does a Space Marine get killed with a lead pipe by an orc, and this isn't like a steel pipe.
By an orc?
No. It should hit his ceramite and break. But instead, it just goes right through. And this isn't the whole orcs that, oh, I believe this happened, so it does. This was back when this is still when they're trying to make them more realistic.
Yeah.
So it just kills a Space Marine with a lead pipe. How would you suggest balancing the game? One, you need a play group of over 1,000 people. You need to have them rotate through each and every single army and every single style of play. So you need to have at least 3 of every single unit, and you need to sit them down for at least a solid 4 to 5 weeks, or at least a 2-month testing period, and sit them through and have them tell the
short,
company.
It's never going to happen.
Yes.
Regrettably, it's never going to happen.
I mean, the best way that they can do it right now without paying anybody, because Games Workshop is all about not paying people right now, especially with all of the influencers on like Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram who are getting free stuff from Games Workshop. It's like, you guys do realize that they're just using you for advertisement, right?
Yeah.
And they don't. Or they do and just don't care.
Which is totally fine.
Yeah. What would you say the best model in the game? Be'lakor. Be'lakor is currently the best looking model. That and the Keeper of Secrets. To me.
Yeah, I mean, are you talking just Games Workshop, or are you talking like Forge World and all of them?
Oh, all of them. And if that's the case, it goes to like freaking Raging Hero has some beautiful models. Puppets War has some beautiful models. There's that T-Rex from the one game that I can't remember the name of. Parabellum makes it.
Yeah.
Or it's actually called Parabellum. I can't remember. But that thing looks fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah, I've always... Because I don't really have a favorite model, but for like potential, I think the Scarbrand model is actually really nice.
Oh yeah, Scarbrand is really nice.
Because I was actually thinking of making like a Demon Angron out of him.
I think he's a bit too small.
No.
Really?
Once things get too big, they just get stupid.
Yeah, but I like big and stupid. It's why I have a himbo.
Yeah, well, he's not that big, but he's pretty stupid.
Oh, sorry, Victor.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Good.
Okay. Let's see. Where were we? Alexis says, "Love yourself. You're not dumb." Oh, well, thank you. Have you heard the theory
You've
that...
never met her before?
Yeah. Have you ever heard the theory that the Emperor has used godlike entities to create the Primarchs? So I've actually read the books, and he does get information on how to make the Primarchs on Titan while talking to a demon. We don't know what that demon was, if it was part of the 4 Chaos Pantheon, because it could just be another demon. But he does get...
It could have been an Elder God.
It could have been an Elder
whatever.
God. It could have been like any of the entities that exist.
Yeah.
It could have been an old one that came to him.
Yeah.
But we do know that it was Chaos influenced, gave him the information, and that's why all the Primarchs have a connection to the warp itself. My personal belief is that all of them are technically just psychers at a very low level. And it's so that they would always be subservient to the Emperor. And then that backfired, because the Emperor is self-righteous and kind of an ass.
Kind of.
Yeah, he should have listened to his wife. Just saying.
It's so funny he has a wife. Like,
I mean, he's technically in a polyamorous relationship. I still think that's my personal belief. We do know that he did actually have a wife. Yes,
which
40.
means the Primarchs have a mother.
Yep. Yes, 40K is checkers and BattleTech is chess. I actually disagree with that. I think that
Is the other way around?
no, I think one is 40K would be Go, and then BattleTech would be like chess.
Oh.
Both have their audience, both are very popular games, and both require a different skill set.
Mm-hmm.
What about reducing dice random influence on the game? That kind of defeats the purpose of the game. Like, if you really wanted to, I could set up my army, you can set up yours, and I can go through the mathematical calculation of whether or not I will beat you, and I can tell you when I will beat you, based on averages. I don't like the fact that people try to take the chance out of 40K, because there is that chance that a lone guardsman with a lasgun kills a chaos champion.
Yeah.
There is, and that's like a heroic moment. Like, that's the moment that you live for in the games.
Yeah. I mean, I've had a bunch of those moments in my games, so.
Like, if a giant keeper of secrets like swinging down at like one lone guardsman, and he's just like holds his like rosarius and he's just praying to it, and he just fires back and kills the demon, and he's just like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then in the lore, he still dies anyway because he saw a demon.
Yeah.
So, you know, that kind of stuff.
So fun.
Some say there is evidence for that, like Primarch Aura, that's not in the books. Like, okay, so the Primarchs are huge and influential, and their entire culture is based around worshiping them.
Mm-hmm.
So to us, it would be like seeing a really important, like, influencer. Like, it would be like
It'd be
seeing...
more than that, though.
Yeah, because it's more like a religious and zealot feel.
Yeah.
So it's not that they have this aura that makes you submissive. It's that you yourself have been conditioned to believe that they are like superior in every way.
Yeah.
And in
Which
some
they
ways
kind
they
of
are.
are.
Yeah. But again, that's up for interpretation. I highly recommend that you don't listen to lore YouTubers and read the books for yourself. So
Yeah.
you have your way of reading it. Or even listen to it. The audiobooks are amazing, and all of the Horus Heresy is in audiobooks now.
Mm-hmm. I'm actually going through it right now, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because I don't like reading, I just like having stuff in the background when I'm painting.
Oh my god, same. Although I do have one problem with it, is when the book starts getting interesting and you're just holding your model like this. And you're like, what's going to happen?
Gonna have to take a break. Wash my pencil.
Yep.
Paintbrush.
I like the RPGs, but my problem is finding a group to play with. Once my Discord is open, I
Do it
can,
online.
Yeah, do it online. Roll20. Literally, you can actually schedule games on Roll20.
Yeah, I mean,
You can find a Facebook group for it, although I
Yeah.
highly recommend that you stay off of 40K Facebook groups. They're toxic as... Yeah.
yeah.
I just thought it tanks and Terminators in a big game. Who cares about points? Points are very important.
Yeah.
Like, otherwise the person with the biggest collection wins. And
My collection is way bigger than yours.
yes, but still.
But then again, I do know guys have a bigger collection than I do, so.
Yeah, we both know Mini Wargaming.
Well, what's a company?
Yeah, that's a company. They don't count.
I'm just like talking about
Individuals.
individuals.
Have you heard of skirmish games called Deep Wars?
Nope.
No.
Next.
Space Marines in Fortnite. Honestly, yeah. That would actually be a good thing to do. Get some Space Marine Primaris Marines into Fortnite. Would be a great way to show 40K to children.
Yeah.
Nice shirt. Yeah, I know, right? This is the
nice
first.
T-shirts. It's both of us.
You do have a nice T-shirt.
I know, right? It's the evolution of a drummer. It's amazing.
Also, Alexis, did you see my Mare Orc idea? No, I didn't. I might have just spaced out. I haven't been on Discord. Like, I've just been on it on occasion. Just because, like, when I go on my Discord now, like, most of my fans are Americans, and when I'm on, it's either way too early in the morning or 5 in the morning for you guys.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'll type this, and then I'll sit
Especially
here and
with
wait.
daylight saving going on now, we're actually
Yeah.
like from New York, we're like 5 hours
Yeah.
ahead.
And from Arizona, it's like 7.
7 or 8. Yeah.
One of the problems with playtesting at the moment is that, well, one of the problems with playtesting at the moment is there's kind of a global pandemic still happening.
Yeah. That's
Like-
the thing.
Like, we can't really do playtesting. How much of a nuclear explosion do you think it would happen if they added Ultramarines to Fortnite? Honestly, I think they would be very underclassed because people would look at them and be like, isn't that just a Spartan?
Yeah.
Like, these are people who have no involvement in 40K at all.
For the most part. I mean, some people are in both, but
Yeah. Okay, Emperor sucks. He's going to die. Lost against Horus, lol. Honestly, you know, we actually know the last words of the Emperor to Horus.
we do.
Yeah. You know what they were? What are you gonna do? Stab me?
I thought you were being serious for a second there.
God, no, that hasn't happened yet.
No, true.
All right, let's see. It could be a chaos god created by human religion like the Eldar gods. The Eldar gods were not created by their own worship of the Eldar gods. The Eldar gods just kind of existed because the old ones clapped their cheeks and brought them into existence.
Pretty much.
And if you want to say that it's different, you're probably also correct because that lore has been rewritten 11 different times, all of
That's
which
the
are
problem
different.
with like 40K and even like Age of Sigmar. Well, not so much Age of Sigmar, but with 40K because they keep retconning everything and keep changing everything.
Well,
So
yeah,
for me, just everything is canon.
Yeah.
It's just from a different like point of view or a different time. Or this is all of it works.
Yeah. Well, one of the biggest things, one of the ways they excuse bad writing is everything is canon, but not everything is true.
Yeah.
And it's like, and hear me out, when somebody writes a continuation to a book that's a different author, they should read the first book
Yeah.
and learn how the character and actually get in touch with the writer and be all like, hey, I'm continuing your book for some reason. Or, just let one author write that particular thing. But, I'm not a $4 billion company that doesn't know how to write fantasy lore that they steal from everybody.
Don't get me started.
What, don't you like Dunehammer 40K?
Yeah, I do, actually.
The Colonial Marines are amazing.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh.
All right, let's see. We got a dude with Gears of War icon, which, okay, so Space Marine 2 just came out. Or didn't just come out. They released a trailer for it.
trailer, yeah.
And I was looking at it and everything, and it looks like they just took all of the assets, the engine, and everything from the first game, and just...
Yeah, because they have there's like a small snippet of like gameplay
Yeah.
at the end of it.
And it's the exact same moves. Like, literally the
Yeah,
same...
just reskinned.
Yeah, it's just better skinned. But Victor...
Against Tyranids, not...
Yeah, so a one-dimensional enemy.
Which is totally fine.
So what me and Victor were talking about with this is we think that it's going to be Captain Titus, who just got back from the Death Watch. We know that he's back from the Death Watch because he has a Death Watch insignia on and chains on his arm, which also implies that he was a Black Shield, so we know what happened to him there. This is anywhere from 200 to 400 years later because now I have conflicting sources that say the Golden Stud is 50 years and 100 years. Yeah. But neither of them are for Ultramarines, and all of them are different.
Yeah.
So, yay, bad lore. Anyway, we know that there's going to be a female protagonist. Just like with Lieutenant Mira, they're pretty much going to recycle the story, in my opinion, strictly my opinion. And Victor thought, and honestly, I think this one's going to be it. Victor thinks that it's going to be a Sister of Battle from the Martyred Lady.
Okay.
And the reasoning for it is the person in the interview, who was one of the lead writers, actually said that they like Sisters of Battle, and had a good chunk of writing about the Sisters of Battle.
Okay.
So my stance is we're going to see Sisters of Battle enter the fray, and then there's going to be another enemy there, maybe a tomb world or maybe something else.
Yeah.
It'd be cool, the Golden Stud is the Century. Again, I literally just addressed that. If you want to be stupid and just have a one-dimensional view on it, cool.
Yeah, because I've heard it's a century, it's 50 years. I mean...
And in the Horse Heresy, it's 10 years.
Yeah, so it depends on who's writing it.
Yeah. And we also don't know what it is for Ultramarines. It could be 25 years for Ultramarines.
Yeah.
Oh, also, if you're getting a century from Arch, he's a fucking idiot and doesn't actually know what the hell he's talking about. I'm just going to say it.
Yeah.
Let's actually read some of these bigger comments.
Mm-hmm.
Do 40k me another faction or not? What?
Wait. Where's that one?
Right here. I'm going to assume that that's not English. And
I think it's supposed to be...
They're trying the best.
Do 40k need another faction or not?
Yeah, does 40k need another faction or not?
No.
Yes.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
Yeah, huh. Demiurge. Squats.
No, they don't. Yeah, they do.
Kroot. Need their own army. Don't care what anybody says. Kroot need their own
I
army.
actually agree with that. They need their own army.
Cultists. Renegade Guard.
Yeah.
Demons of Undivided. I want them to get some representation. World Eaters.
Yeah.
They need their own codex. Emperor's Children. There's a lot that they can do.
Yeah.
Should I field Raven Wing, Green Wing, or Death Wing with Dark Angels? Now, are you asking on a competitive level or are you asking on a fun level? Because to me, fun is Deathwing.
Yep.
Just something about having a whole bunch of Blade Guard veterans or Terminators is just a lot of fun to me. Somebody explaining what Deep Wars is. Are most of the Elder Gods not dead? Most of them are dead. There's currently 4 in the lore. There's Isha, there's Unid, there's technically the Avatar of Cain. Those are the only 2 that I know are still canonically alive. Oh yeah, Kigoroth, the Laughing God.
Yeah.
Those are the only 3 I can think of right now. There's probably a 4th. It's probably a 4th.
Yeah, I mean, there's one in Nurgle's throne room.
Yeah, that's Isha.
Okay. And then there's Cain. Or like...
The shards of him.
The Avatar. And the Laughing God.
I mean, if I had to fight a Chaos God, I'd probably shard myself.
Yeah.
What jokes
I
about?
sharded.
Let's see. Old ones. I just try... Let me think. Hashtiks created the pantheon of the Elder Gods. Yes, that's 100% how it happens. Do you know what real life gun the bolter is based off of? It's not based off of a gun. It's based off of the thing that kills a cow. Because that's what a bolter is. It's also based off of a grenade launcher.
Yeah.
It's a grenade launcher.
It's like a mini rocket launcher.
Yeah.
It's like a grenade launching rocket launcher.
Yeah.
Because it's like...
That's actually why they have no recoil either.
Yeah.
Like, the only reason that humans have a hard time wielding a
Well, they do have a recoil, because there's actually, There's
a little bit of a pop that...
Yeah, just to get it out of the gun.
Out.
And then it shoots off by itself.
So there's a little pop.
Yeah.
And the only reason humans can't use them, not that their arms would explode, that's, idiotic. Because there's no actual explanation of them having...
It's just a really unwieldy gun.
Yeah, it's this thick.
It's huge.
Yeah.
Especially if you take, a Space Marine one, just
Oh, yeah. This isn't Victor. This is Lee. Victor is in the other room. Hey, Victor, come here.
What?
Come here. Come here. You're being summoned.
Summoned?
Yeah.
Yeah.
People don't believe you exist because they're not seeing us together.
Yeah. See? This is Victor. This is my fiance.
Hey.
Boop. That's my himbo.
Alright. Gone again.
Please.
Okay.
I did not see my shadow, so there you go.
Yeah.
It's a joke from earlier. Oh my god. Golden Stud is 100 years of service. Okay. Just followed their Twitter confirmed that 200 years have passed.
Okay.
Yeah, in total. That's cool, but we also don't know how many years he's been in service. We know that he's had 200 years, but we don't know how many years he was a Black Shield. We also don't know how many years prior to that he was a sergeant. But if you have a link to them, just send it to me over on Discord or on Twitter. But yeah, we also don't know the full range of the Golden Studs for them. It could actually be a ceremonial thing too.
Yeah.
They could do a full DLC on the Sisters of Battle for Space Marine 2. Or, and hear me out, they could release a full game with everything in it.
Yeah.
Instead of just piecemealing. That's one of the least favorite things about modern video games. I have this whole theory. Okay, hear me out. You're going to hear my crazy theory.
Okay.
Games haven't advanced past 2012.
No.
The reasoning is, no game currently has surpassed GTA 5. GTA 5 is a very old game at this point, and has yet to still be surpassed. All other games prior to it are just like these very simplistic, boring ass games. And I love them. Don't get me wrong, I love things like freaking Space Marine, because Space Marine does fall into this category, Cyberpunk, and other types of games like that, but they just don't surpass what all you can do in Resident Evil. Resident Evil is actually another game where it's surprisingly short.
GTA.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I am the new faction. Hey, Oliver. Hi from Wales. How are you? I'm doing really good. 4,000 golden studs. I don't know why everybody's making a big fucking deal about the golden studs.
I'm so over it.
Yeah, he's a Primaris Marine. Shouldn't he be focused on that?
Yeah, he's a Space Marine. He has studs in his forehead.
Honestly, I'm surprised that he's lived that long, since captains don't live that long.
Yeah.
Typically, they die really quickly. Especially when they go and fight the battles themselves, which is the most idiotic thing a captain can do.
Yeah.
But don't worry, everybody, follow me. I'm the leader of this chapter and know all of its secrets. Oh no, the captain got captured.
Captain got headshot.
Space Marine 2 will have the latest minis as advertisements. That's... No, because they have Tyranids in it.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
We haven't gotten new Tyranids in a while.
God, we haven't had them in forever. Let's see. As we know, we use grenade launchers to put out cows. Okay, look.
What, you don't?
Well, I want my steak cooked when it gets blown off of the cow. No, a bolt thrower is a device that goes on a cow's head that shoots a bolt right through its brain and kills it. It's the most...
They use it on sheep too.
Yeah, it's the most humane way to put them down.
It's the cheapest way because you reuse the same ammo.
Yeah. Just pick it up.
No, you just pull it back into the gun.
Oh.
It doesn't go anywhere. It just and just pull it back.
So they literally use a jackhammer.
Yeah, pretty much.
Humane.
Yeah, that's gross.
Tenderizing the meat while they do it. So is Space Marine game canon?
What is canon?
Yeah, because it is nodded at in the Cato Sicarius book where he goes into the webway and gets lost in the warp or whatever. He does talk about the captains before him, and he does mention Titus, who is gone. And he takes the place of Titus, apparently, or a captain prior to him. But we do know that the 40k lore makes mention, or at least nods at, the games themselves, like Imhotep sending Spire after the Memphred dynasty. Because we know that the Memphred dynasty was wiped out during a space battle. But if you play the Space Marine game, you know that it's Admiral Spire that wipes them out. Or at least kills a good chunk of them. Doesn't wipe them out because no faction dies in 40k because they have plot armor. But yeah, they do occasionally nod to the video games, but it doesn't necessarily make them canon, but it doesn't necessarily make them not canon. And even in universe, the games don't alter too much away from the main story. I wonder if the more colors for service, how many studs they would have. Honestly, okay, so the service studs, because apparently we're back on this, because you guys are really stuck on studs in his head. I don't know why. You could talk about the fact that one of those characters had the shield Indominus, which means he's a veteran, or the fact that the other one has no sigils, which means he's a newer Primaris Marines. But no, you're stuck on studs in his head, because apparently that's a hot button issue. Anyway, most chapters don't do it because it's stupid.
And it's really hard to keep track of.
Yes. And it changes from freaking book to book.
Yeah.
Can we stop talking about service studs?
We could just stop reading those questions.
I can't because I read the questions then process the information because I'm an idiot.
No, well.
Okay. I'm doing a fan fiction with Space Marines, Imperial Guard, and Sisters of Battle. Any tips? God, that's a lot. Make it one character from each. You don't want to go too crazy. You don't want to make it about too many characters. You'll have a Spider-Man 3 fiasco. Would it be terrible if Captain Titus got demoted to a Primaris? No, he didn't. Okay, he didn't get demoted. All right? Okay. Apparently we're still on fucking Titus.
That's totally fine. We got something to talk about.
We could talk about the fact that his name is literally Tight Ass, and that's what they thought was funny.
Yeah.
But Titus didn't get demoted. He was removed from the chapter. He had all of his promotions and everything ripped away from him. And he was a Black Shield, my theory. But we do know that he served with the Death Watch because we have the script from the 2nd and 3rd Space Marine game, which they are using as a jumping board onto this game, which means he's done all of that, but he didn't go Renegade and he came back, which also implies that he came back when Gilliman redid the Death Watch and was all like, hey, you're an Ultramarine, yoink, and brought him back as a lieutenant of the 2nd Company. And yes, he is still 2nd Company because they have the gold. Holy crap, are we done?
And he's also a Primaris Marine.
Yes, we do know that too.
So they did that to him. Poor guy.
It grants him bigger nipples.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that Call's really focused on. Okay. I'm good. Greetings from Devin. Hello, Devin. I suggest you watch Jonathan on GameSpot or Royal. You might find something interesting there. It has like 4 exclamation points.
Yeah, I know, right?
Maybe. I don't typically watch other YouTubers. I watch tiny homes and like dumb stuff and video game dumb stuff. Like a lot of my stuff is just silly stuff or things that me and Victor find amusing. The poor life of an unnamed captain dies as easily as a guardsman. Yes, they do. Golden Suds are a reference to the hit game Lego Star Wars. I'll be okay with that one.
No.
I run a make house with spears. Yes. Let's see.
Yeah, it's back to the bolt thing.
Oh my fucking no!
Yeah, no, like I use those. The bolt only extends. It goes nowhere. Just like I was talking about. It doesn't shoot out. It just like you pull it back in.
That's so lame.
No,
it should go like right through them.
it does.
Yeah, I guess.
It goes through their skull.
Yeah, but then you ruin a perfectly good skull.
Oh, that's the only way to kill the brain.
That's fair.
Unless you just want to talk to it and kill it with logic.
Put a Ben Shapiro video in front of it, it'll die. Like,
why does this taste so weird?
This tastes like depression. An unsatisfied wife.
escalated.
This is a 40K channel.
Yes.
Okay, let's see. Dante has some of the gems, blah, blah, blah. I lost interest halfway through that comment. I'm sorry. What are your thoughts on Star Wars Eclipse? I didn't even check it out.
No idea what that is.
I
don't want Star Wars.
Star Wars is one of those... Okay. The reason that I don't like Star Wars is, one, the movies aren't that interesting. Oh. They're very predictable. They're okay at best, and their storylines kind of suck. They over-explain too many things, and honestly, I'm kind of whatever. I think the side projects of Star Wars are really good. Like, I did enjoy Mandalorian. I thought it was really good. But the reason that I can't say that I'm a Star Wars fan now, aside from just not liking the movies, is the community. Like, every time I talk about Star Wars, I've read the books, and I do enjoy them. And they'll be like, oh, well, they're not canon. And I'm like, I don't care. Like, I don't want to sit there and just be like, oh, this isn't canon. Well, I got to tell you that I don't like the 3 new movies because I'm a misogynist. Okay. I don't care.
Good for you.
Woo. Yeah, but they just ripped off the other movies. Cool. Do you want me to show you the play from China that Star Wars ripped off? It's a samurai movie.
Yeah.
But yeah. So Star Wars Eclipse. I mean, if it's good, it's good. I hope it's good.
I have no idea what that is.
Yeah, it's a game.
Oh, okay.
How about some love for the dinosaur elves? Yeah, there is none. Like, there really should be.
Talking about the Exodites?
Yeah, Exodites.
Yeah. That would actually be really cool.
Yeah, like, if we can get some Exodites, that'd be awesome. Like, okay, they should just release a set where it's Kroot versus Exodites, and it's just called Jurassic Park. Because they've stolen from every other sci-fi. They could steal from Jurassic Park.
Yeah, sure. And claim it as their own.
Yeah, they do that with everything.
Yep. Nothing but love here.
I don't know who Grand Cathay on Warhammer 3. Do you think there's a chance of Kingdom of Id?
Of Ind?
No idea.
No. There might be. It's like, because Cathay is like China.
Oh yeah, it's fantasy China.
Yeah, and Ind is like India.
Yeah.
So it might be, but I think they're...
Does that mean that we can get punch daggers?
Yes.
And chakrams?
Haven't you seen the trailers for this game?
Yes. Yeah. I saw the Slanesh stuff and the Nurgle stuff.
Yeah.
And the Nurgle stuff is like childish, but the Slanesh stuff is cool. Uh-oh, we're talking about AOS, or Warhammer 3.
Total War.
Yeah.
Victor has to poop.
Just thought we'd share that with you. But yeah, I mean, we might actually get some Kingdom of Ind.
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool.
I love having long hair when it like somehow snakes its way into your mouth. Doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Yeah, just like...
Really annoying.
Love me!
Yeah. Alright, just watched Dune. Yeah, no, Dune was amazing. Have you seen the movie?
No.
Oh my god, okay.
Don't give a crap about it.
Well, too bad. You're gonna see it.
Okay.
Yeah. Take that, jerk. How common are unhelmeted sisters with white hair in Order of Our Martyred Lady? Very common. Okay, so the reason for that is Sisters of Battle, specifically our Order of Our Martyred Lady, to get white hair is considered sacred. They have different steps on how to become a Sister of Battle. So first you go to the Scholastica, what is the school?
Don't look at me, I don't know.
Victor!
He's in the bathroom.
Yeah, well, he can poop in quiet and listen to my question. But they have to go to the school, then they get recruited from the school, and they go into the sisterhood as novitiates. Then once they prove themselves as novitiates, which is typically running around naked, which barely any armor on, doing sister-related stuff, they get put into actually, before they get into a novitiate, they get selected for which order they're going to be a part of and which subfaction they're going to be a part of, whether they're a Dialogus or a Hospitaller or a Battle Sister.
Yeah, we actually have a question about that here.
Yeah. So they'll go into one of those, and then they will prove themselves in that field so that they can pursue that as a battle sister. Now, once as a battle sister, strictly Order of Our Martyred Lady, the next thing that they do is they earn their armor. So once they have done something heroic to earn their armor, they get it, and it's all cool and whatever, and they get a bolt gun, and it's all like wowzers. And then they do more heroic stuff, like shoot things and stab things, and occasionally sing some stuff, I don't know, and then stomp somebody in the nuts. And if they do that enough, they earn their white hair. And they get the standard cut that most sisters get, and they get their white hair. Now, this isn't something that all the sisters in Our Martyred Lady do, but it is something that a good chunk of them do. Then after that, they earn their helmet. And typically, it's a long process to earn your helmet, and some of them just don't like wearing their helmet because of reasons. They don't have good ones, but they don't like wearing their...
Because the models don't look as good.
Yeah, that's true.
Pretty much.
Well, it's Sisters of Battle. Put the helmets back on.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, so that kind of answers the second question that John asked.
Mm-hmm.
A Wild Victor appears. Yeah, he needs some battle music. Jurassic Park sounds like an AdMech mega studying Xenos and has research station sabotage, releasing NIDS and other Xenos races.
Yeah. That would be really funny to do a campaign like Jurassic Park.
That would be cool. Add tyrannid limbs to random toy dinosaurs. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you checked the Wheel of Time series on Amazon? I actually have the Wheel of Time series, and I really enjoy... No, I have the Carnival of Time series. I'll check out the Wheel of Time series. If it's anything like the other one, it's really good. It's the next Game of Thrones.
Not the next Game of Thrones.
Oh, it's not the next Game of Thrones? Okay, good, because then I might read it, or watch it, or do something related to Game of Thrones.
I think most people don't know about me is I hate Game of Thrones.
Don't you hate everything, though?
Yeah, but I hate it more than most because I tried to watch it. I got halfway through the first episode, like, okay, this is politics. I'm never watching it again because I don't like politics.
That's fair.
So, I've never watched it. So,
stomp enough nuts and you give them hair dye.
yes.
Yeah, it's an unlockable perk. Actually, you need to find the heretic that's carrying the white hair dye, and you have to get it from him. So you have to go through all of their friends.
I think it's Fabulous Pile.
Yeah, it's Fabulous Pile. Also, I do have to remind everybody, if you are enjoying this and wish to help out the channel, you can use the Super Chat feature and ask really silly stuff or ask Lee to do something, which is hilarious, or myself.
Is it hilarious to see me say no?
Yes.
Okay.
But yeah, if you do want to support the channel,
hilarious.
you can use the Super Chat feature. It goes a long way to helping us all out here. Especially being that I'm still jobless here in Iceland, and I'm going to be jobless for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I need to learn the language, and it's very difficult. I learned this word.
That's why you got the t-shirt.
Yeah. Tatatas. See? I can say things in another language.
Good for you.
Blammo. Fluent.
That would be funny.
Okay. Let's see. Wear your helmets, kids.
Yes.
True. They should start welding helmets on. People can't keep
Going into battle with them? Yeah.
Yeah. It's true. Vartank? I don't get what that comment is. I saw it like twice now.
Where? What?
This one right here. I don't get it. Is that a joke?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
It's weird putting like capitalized letters in words. It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. What's the best Sister of Battle novel to read? I really like Red and Black. But Celestine is also really good. If you want to listen to an audio drama, there's... What? Oh, God damn it.
That thought I'd dust. Oh.
But yeah, there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd say start with red and black. That was one of my favorites. But what Necrons do you find most interesting? Trizine.
Yeah.
Trizine and the Diviner. The Divine Comedy was hilarious. Look what I did there. Yeah. Mentally hilarious.
Mentally something.
Have you watched the Hell's Reach novel? No, I have no interest in Black Templar. Like, at all. I don't like Black Templar. I don't get the hype around them.
Where's this question?
Right here.
Yeah, you're talking about the Hell's Reach on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I just don't have any interest in, like, the Crusaders. Praise the sun. Punch things.
Unlike other Space Marines
Yeah.
that don't behave that way.
Yeah.
Oh.
I like them saying praise the sun, punching things, and being closet homosexuals. Love my Dark Angels.
Plasma guns.
We have plasma. We're really good with these things. Do they get hot? Yes.
Yes.
Dice.
And they're ribbed for your pleasure. Why I went there. I don't care.
It's a bot comment. Is it? Usually they're like really dumb when they do those. No, but let's talk about this. What chapter of Space Marines do you happen to like, or Legion in your case? 'Cause you're
Blood
at 30.
Angels.
Bengals. I really thought you were gonna say World Eaters first.
They're not loyalists.
Oh, well, which Legion do you like?
World Eaters.
Yeah, there we go. I like how you say World Eaters regardless, because you're just like World Eaters. Well, no, you have to say like they're loyalist ones. Oh,
World Eaters.
Blood Angels.
Yeah, which is pretty much the same thing, you know, just different colors.
Hey, thank you for the donation. You're awesome and I love you. Do you know that Star Wars and Game of Thrones are based off of Dune? And some of their set props from Alien came from the Dune movie. I did not.
I actually knew that about the props thing.
I did not. That's actually really cool.
Yeah.
I know that the same studio makes like everything. Like they get all of their props from like
getting
one
to a point
studio.
where it's like really hard not to steal something from someone,
Well,
or like come up with a new idea.
yeah, new ideas are like impossible.
Yeah.
Are most Space Marine chapters religious? A good chunk of them are. Ultramarines are not typically religious.
But they do believe in the God Emperor, though.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, it really depends which ones you ask. Because Gilliman actually questions the chapter about that.
Yeah.
And, like, some of them do, some of them don't. Black Templar, Zealots, Blood Angels do, kind of. Space Wolves absolutely do. They call him the All-Father.
Yeah. It's like a lot of, like, the first founding, like, legions don't consider him a god.
Yeah, they just consider him like an alpha psyker or the best in humanity.
And they actually worship their Primarchs.
Yeah, which is actually a huge problem
Yeah.
that the custodians point out all the time, is that the Space Marines are more loyal to themselves
Yeah.
than to the Imperium, and that's why they fall.
Yeah.
Because you only need to corrupt one of them to get the entire Legion to fall.
Yeah, pretty much.
Are you excited for Space Marine 2? Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I think everyone is.
Yes.
Like, the game looks amazing. I just wish people would stop harassing the writer. Like, holy crap, her whole Twitter is just blown up with, like, hate. Like, 50% hate, 50% support. It's crazy. Go and show her some support. She needs it. She's amazing, and she's a good writer. Actually, I don't know if she's a good writer. I've never read anything she's done. She might be terrible. We don't know this. But don't fear the unknown. Yeah. Imperial Fists are religious? No.
With regards to their Primarch.
Yeah.
Because, again, they're a first founding legion. So
Yeah.
they actually... They might even have dreadnoughts that remember the Emperor walking around.
I remember the Emperor. He tripped over a rock.
Yeah.
Funniest thing I've
It
ever
was a
seen.
total klutz.
Do you imagine waking up a dreadnought and that's the first thing you hear?
Yeah, just still laughing. Like, oh, that's why it was made a dreadnought.
Turn that one off. Let's see. Who's the writer? I forget her name. Honestly, I'd have to look at my Twitter, and I just don't want
I don't think it's important, to be honest.
She's part of a writing team.
Yeah.
Who's your friend? Oh, this is Lee.
Hi.
Yeah. First name Bruce.
No.
Sorry, Jet.
Ting.
Anyway. The Space Wolves call the Emperor the Allfather. Maybe the Emperor's true name in the Space Wolves' mind is Odin.
No.
Yeah, no, I don't think they actually say Odin.
No, they just call him the Allfather.
Yeah, because we actually know the Emperor's full name. Well, his real name.
We do?
Yeah, it was in a book.
Oh.
Erda mentions it. And then Constantine, not Constantine, the dude who's basically John Constantine of 40K. I can't remember his name, but he's an artificial perpetual. Just goes, really? That's his name? And they're like, yes. And it's like,
You're
really?
talking about Sebastian Thor?
Maybe, yeah. I forgot.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm bad with names, but
Which is really bad because you read a lot of stuff.
I know, and all the books just bleed together. They're all basically the same thing.
Pretty much.
Space Marine mad at daddy. Space Marines have daddy issues. Okay, can we move past that? In-depth Space Marine character. Ooh, I like Garrow.
Who doesn't like Garrow? Garrow's amazing.
Yeah, honestly, like, the dude goes toe-to-toe with, like, everybody, and apparently gets moddered at some point, but still hasn't. But at some point he does. Maybe. Let's see.
The Two Sons Warband of the Black Legion?
Yeah, no idea.
I have no idea. Sounds cool, though.
Yeah, it does.
Because I was, like, for the Traitor Legion, there was still a bunch of them that actually stayed loyal.
Yeah.
That's why they had the...
There's also a bunch of loyal legions that... John Chromaticus, thank you.
Okay.
There's a bunch of loyal Marines that fell to Chaos.
Yep.
Like the White Scars. Like a ton of them fell to Chaos.
Nobody talks about that.
Yeah. Everyone just is like, oh, Dark Angels are heretics, even though half the freaking
They're
White
marked
Scars.
of Chaos Undecided.
Yeah, Chaos Undecided.
Yeah.
They're loyal. Let's see. What is the best thing when you have a whole committee writing stuff? Oh, that's the best thing when you have a whole committee writing stuff. Yes. Yeah. Well, sometimes. Individual ideology kind of goes out the window, and messages go out the window when you have an entire staff. Just look at any modern day movie that flops. It typically flops because too many people get involved. Let's see. What do you think?
In what book is that mentioned? Is what mentioned?
The Emperor's Name, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
And that would be Saturnine.
Oh, I haven't read that one.
Yeah, it's really good. It has. It ends with like Angron actually touching down. Yeah.
Nice.
And then the next one. No, that's not Saturnine. It's the Saturnine is Angron. It's the one just before Saturnine. Is it Saturnine? No, it might be Saturnine. Holy crap! I am just drawing a blank at names.
That word has lost all meaning to me.
Yes. Anyway. Do you think of Dukari apart from Yannari? What do you think of Dukari apart from Yannari? Dukari is stupid. Like,
I have no opinion.
Like, they're cool in their edginess. And that's why I like them. But objectively, I think they're kind of like the edgy characters of 40K. And that's saying something. Let's see. True Sons, I think, were the Sons of Horus colors and still follow Horus, himself, I think. I know the entire Legion was wiped out. Okay, what's going on with these comments? I don't know what that is.
I don't know.
We're just gonna remove that. Because I don't get what these are.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna, what the hell's remove? It's gone. Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Hide. Boom. There we go. Alright, keep him entertained for a minute. I'm gonna run to the bathroom.
Oh no!
Excuse me.
Oh. I'm staying by myself? Yeah, well, next question is about DC, so yeah, you don't know anything about DC.
Hey, DC?
Yeah.
DC.
You do?
Yeah,
Why don't you watch Titans then?
because it just happened.
It's DC.
I know. I don't have logic.
Okay. Let's see. Excited about Wonder Woman getting her own game. Apparently she's getting her own game. I know it's not 40k related. Are you into DC? Yeah, I do watch Titans. I'm actually watching season 3 right now, so and it's really good. So, no spoilers, please. Let's see. Yeah, the True Sons. I've never heard of them. Let's see. Dan Abnett's novel Pariah had a plot regarding the name of the emperor using to do some chaos thing. Okay. I don't know. Dark Elder look cool and I still love the models. Yeah, I think they look really, really nice. Night Lords Linkin Park. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
So I just realized that I left a dragon outside.
Yeah.
I'll get that after this
It's
stream.
probably really cold, poor thing.
Do you think dragons are cold-blooded?
I don't care.
What? Rude.
Dragons don't exist.
Are you a YouTuber, Lee?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Are you doing YouTube now?
Yes, but I don't have my own channel.
And you've been on YouTube before. You could be a YouTuber.
I could be, but that's too much dedication. And I was like, no, thanks, no more.
That's fair. So you're just going to appear on my channel a bunch?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Have you heard of the Lunar Wolves Space Marine chapter? Yes. They're
Yes.
still a thing.
Yeah, they're amazing.
Yeah.
It's one of the White Legions, which I love to paint, but other people don't.
I don't get how you paint white armor and enjoy your life. This is why you're so angry. You're just like, oh, I hate painting white, but I'm not going to say it. I'm just going to take it out on everything else. Guess you.
You do a really good impersonation of me.
Hang on, I got to do the facial expression too. Ready?
There you go. What again was the Trade Legion with the most loyalists in it to be purged of the Horus Heresy?
Wasn't that Fulcrum's? No, because he didn't have that many. It wasn't 1,000
I
Suns.
think it was Death Guard.
Yeah, because half of them died, didn't it?
Yeah, a lot of them died.
Yeah. Still waiting on the Night Lords and Dark Eldar team up. I don't think they would team up. They both would just flay each other alive.
Who? What? Where?
The Dark Eldar and the Night Lords.
Oh, Jesus. It would be really cool if the Night Lords found a way to get into Gomorrah.
Yeah.
Or Komorrah, or whatever it's called.
Do you enjoy painting white scars?
Yes.
You have problems.
I actually enjoy painting white scars and 30k world leaders.
How many points of world leaders do you have?
What now?
Yes. Get ready for it.
Just under 6,000. And it's mostly infantry.
Your hair is goddamn long. It's long goddamn. Yeah, my hair...
Yeah, it's done
A
with, but
lot of people forget just how long my hair is.
she's actually like that far away from sitting on it.
What sucks is every time I have to hold it to go to the bathroom. But the worst is when I'm trying to sleep and it gets stuck under any part of my body and I wake myself right up.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah. Do you think about braiding it? No. No, I don't braid my hair. My hair is sacred to me. Yep. What got you to in 40K?
you want to start with this, or do you want me to start?
You start. I've told my story a few times.
Yeah, I've told mine too, but it's not here.
Yeah, well, now you're here.
I know, right?
Yeah, look, see, there you are, right there. Wowzers.
So, we have to go back to, what?
Long ago in a distant land.
Yeah, back to when you were 1 year old. 91. That's when I started.
1991.
Yeah, that's when I started.
I was a toddler.
Yeah, she's a tiny little
Wait,
thing.
is a toddler 1 year old?
No, a toddler is like 3 to 5. That's a toddler to me. You were just a baby. And I'm getting so sidetracked. And I found there was like a small gaming store here that's actually grown since then. It's the same store.
Nexus?
Yep.
Nice.
It's called something else then. And they had an expansion for the original Space Hulk called Deathwing. And I just liked the box, and I just bought the box. And it had some models in it, and I just started painting. And then I found a magazine that had a bunch of models in it. And look, these look really cool. How do I get them? And I found a store that actually sold them. And from there, I just haven't turned back. And it's been 30 years.
Yeah.
So.
And at some point you worked for Mini Wargaming, and now you're back in Iceland.
Yeah.
Playing games against your bestest buddy.
As soon as I get my stuff.
Yeah.
I need my stuff.
For me, I was in 9th grade. This was the tail end of 4th edition. So, like, 4th edition had, like, 6 months to 8 months left of it, I want to say. And I had this friend by the name of Justin. And Justin was your typical American. Loud as hell, big as hell, proud as hell, dumb as hell. I absolutely love him, and I'm still friends with him. He is amazing. But he was looking at a codex, and he's like, wowzers! Whoa! Amazing. And I looked over, and this was during a study hall, and I looked over at it, and he was looking at, not a codex, it was the 4th edition rulebook, and he was reading the lore in it. And I was like, that's dumb. They look like Legos. And I still stand by that. They do look like Legos.
Who look like Legos?
Space Marines.
Yeah, they do.
They look like Bionicles. Actually, it'd be more apt to say Bionicles look like them. But still. He's like, yeah, but this girl has a chain sword. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. It would just be a chainsaw.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, no, it's a sword. And I'm like, but a sword implies a definite edge. That's not a sword, that's a chainsaw. And then I actually got to see what a sister battle looked like, and I was like, yo, she's hot. I like that. Is she in like a corset armor
And I have a
with
little accent.
like, you know, nice tits,
Yeah.
big ass gun, and a freaking huge ass chainsword? And he's like, yeah, and they fight monsters. And I was like, neat. And he's like, here, I'll lend you my rule book. Learn this game, maybe. And I was like, no. I have time, I'll read it. So I started reading some of the stories in 40K, and they were so... Like, this was 4th edition, back when everything was explosive and...
And awesome.
Yeah. And I started reading it and getting into it, and I was like, all right, this is kind of cool. And I'm really good at strategy games. So, like... I went over to his house and played Death Guard versus IG, but I had no idea what I was doing. And then I took a field trip to Europe, as you do. Mm-hmm. My dad paid for it. It was awesome. Rip my dad. Mm. He did that death thing. Apparently it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
You're awful.
Look, I had a good relationship with my father, and I am at peace with his death.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
But, but I had this, I took this trip, and I went to Ireland, Scotland, Wales, and Britain. Britain?
They're all in Britain.
Yes. I went to London.
England.
Thank you. See, at least somebody has a brain. But,
It's just because I realize that Europe is not a country.
Yeah, I'm an American.
I know. God, I know.
But anyway. So, we went around the countries and everything. I got to visit old family, which was the weirdest thing in the world, because one of the people at a gift shop looked at me and just went, aren't you Paul Kane's daughter? And I was like, what?
That's cool.
And I was like, neat, I think.
Yeah,
But yeah, so I met some of my cousins. It was really nice. And then as I went around the world's places, I wound up with my buddy Keith at a game store. And this was a disgusting game store. This was in a basement of a building. It was gross nasty. The person looked like, your 90s depiction of a nerd with like acne all over their face and everything, grody AF. So British. Sorry. That's mean.
That's accurate.
But jokes aside, they had the Battle for Macragge and it just came out and they were doing demonstration games of it. And I wound up buying it. And then I got back and I split it with my buddy Keith, who took the Tyranids and I took the Space Marines. And then I immediately did not like the Space Marines. So I decided to keep buying into Space Marines because I couldn't afford Sisters of Battle because they weren't available anywhere. And I didn't know that you could just order them from Games Workshop's website. Because, yeah, I'm dumb. So what wound up happening is I just started collecting from there. Then I moved on to Chaos Space Marines. Then I hated Chaos Space Marines. So I moved back to Space Marines. Then I moved to Tyranids. Then from there I moved to Tau. Then I started playing everything. Yeah. Yeah. 40K is weird.
Great story, bro.
I know. It's a cool story. You what? You gonna do the meme? Do it right.
What's doing a meme?
Sorry for my English, not my native tongue. Yeah, that's fine.
No problem.
Not my mother's tongue. My mother tongue. Yeah.
Apparently it's not yours either.
You know what? I failed English all throughout high school and everything. Do you still play old Warhammer Fantasy? No.
I've never played Warhammer Fantasy.
I don't like the crowd that plays it. They're very entitled. It's weird.
Yeah, I don't mind.
And I should say the select groups that I knew.
I mean, I don't mind the people that play it. Just it's totally not my play style.
Yeah.
And then AOS came out, which was like more of a skirmish type thing, but then they changed the rules and it just enough said.
Yeah. Had been purged. It was no. Didn't Angron decimate his legion?
No, he just threatened to decimate it.
Yeah. Okay. Which is only 10%.
Yeah.
Because decimation sounds scary until you realize it's 10%.
Yeah. As soon as I found out what it actually means, and when people are talking about, it was decimated, so it killed like 10% of it.
Yeah.
It's just like.
It's not scary when you say it like that.
No.
Let's see. Forgive the question, but I'm going to assume that's Overwatch.
I think that's how.
Yeah, I know, but it's Overwatch now.
Overwatch, do you know each other?
We're friends.
Yeah.
Met at Adepticon, hung out, crashed at his place, battled people at Mini Wargaming, found out that he moved back here, followed him.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, now we just hang out.
Yeah. Because she doesn't have many friends here, and I don't have a lot of friends. I'm really sad and lonely, and I just need someone to hold me. No. No. No, we're just friends.
Yeah. It was the Ultramarine movie that got me into 40K. How? That's impressive. But yeah, that's actually really cool that Ultramarine got you into it. So
yeah.
At
least something good came out of that movie.
Yeah. If you just listen to that movie, it's not bad.
No.
It's a good audio drama.
Yeah.
I even started in the army. Unfortunately, the army was at a friend's house, and I'm so sorry. I'm sorry for both things that happened, but one thing seems significantly worse.
The selling of his army?
Yes.
Yeah.
So was it Angron's Legion that... no. Fantasy fans are always so entitled in my experience. Okay, so it's not just me. It's not just me.
It says actually elitist in my experience. So, yeah. I mean, some of them are. I mean, I think it attracts a certain type of gamer.
Yeah.
It's like, what's it called? I can't remember the name of it. Never mind.
All right.
It's a game.
That is a game.
That.
They lost a game.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to remember what it's called.
Did you just realize what I did?
No.
Okay, good.
Oh, what's it called? Anyway.
When you played at Mini Wargaming, were there recorded bat reps like they used to be? Yes. Yeah, I played up against Quark.
Yeah.
He was super hungover.
He was always hungover. He was always drinking. I can say that now because I don't work with him anymore.
Although he's always been really nice. I like Quark. He's a really nice guy.
He's a sociopath.
He's a what?
He's a sociopath.
Oh, jeez.
That's why you like him.
Yeah, that makes
Because you
sense.
never see his true face. So, yeah, that's the thing.
I do have an attraction for sociopaths.
I know.
Let's see. Only 40 play cares is what I read. You know, dyslexia sucks.
I know. That's why I'm really struggling reading this.
The worst part is when they slightly move and I'm just like, what? Where'd it go? Only 40k players could see 10% casualty as okay. Yeah. No.
25% because these things were all tested. Yeah.
Yeah. No, 10%
so
perfectly
decimation
fine.
is totally fine.
Especially when it's 100,000 Marines. That's only 10,000 Marines dead.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing.
Yeah.
That's a Tuesday. Did you get custodians back? Did you do a story about it? Okay. What you're asking is the custodians that were stolen. I didn't get those back. I was back when my car got robbed.
Yeah.
I lost 3 Hive Guard and 3
So you actually knew
custodian
about
jet
that.
bikes. Yeah. I did find the bases of the jet bikes next to my dumpster, so I know that they threw them out. The person was arrested. You can actually look up the arrest record if you really want. Dude was arrested in the bookstore right next to my house. I forget his name, but it actually sounds like a supervillain name. Like that's it. I actually want to find this. I'm not going to read his full name, but if you really want to check Arizona state records for arrests, you can find this guy and look it all up yourself. But I do want to find this guy's name because it's actually kind of cool. Let's see. Where are you? Just give me 1 second. 1 second. There's like 1,000.
Got a good one here.
Okay, 1 second. It is. His name is Damien.
Damien? Yeah. Okay. Sounds like a bad guy name.
Right?
Like a spawn of Satan name.
Yeah, and I have the case numbers and everything. Like, boop, can't see it because there's a glow on my phone. But yeah, he was arrested. He actually fled, and because he bailed on court, he was just arrested.
Well.
I didn't get the stuff back, but I did get compensated for the amount of stuff that was stolen and then returned to me, which was weird. I'm not going to complain if the government hands me free money.
No.
Yeah. So
free money is always free money.
yeah. So what I did with it is I used that money to just repurchase everything. Okay. I got into 40K by looking for D&D.
Yeah.
Did you miss?
No. Okay.
I want to play a fantasy game. Sci-fi.
Yeah, pretty much.
Let's see. Chimset would be mere scratch in the Imperial Guard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Warhammer internalizes the concept of one death is a tragedy, millions of death is just a number. Yeah. That's kind of the satire of 40K.
Yeah.
I love Tabaros, the biggest space marine. Isn't that
that's the
leader of the...
Cardons? The Space Sharks?
Is that the Space Sharks?
Yeah. It's the Red Wake.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He's huge!
Yeah.
And since people have started 3D printing, they're just printing bigger. It's like the size of a Contemptor Dreadnought. Just like,
Jesus.
Like, okay, that's pretty big.
Okay, alarm? Weird.
Nah, it was a car alarm. I don't have a car, so I don't care.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Thanks, and I find...
Fantasy. Ooh.
I think that's supposed to be Brooklyn.
Well,
Neat?
okay. That's
Yeah, I don't know how to answer that
That's a
question,
weird-
that statement,
Yeah, it's weird.
or that shout. Starting a new Tau army and
But
spent way too much money.
That's not possible.
Yeah. Honestly, so one of the things that you could do with Tau to make them way cheaper is, one, magnetize, and
Oh, yeah.
two, 3D print all their weapons.
Yeah.
Like, get the base from your local gaming store and support your local gaming store. If there is no local gaming store, then I don't,
Yeah.
like, I can't advise you to buy from Games Workshop because whatever. But if you want any of the Forge World, like, Riptides or anything, and you don't want to spend, like, $4,000 trying to get a Forge World Riptide, just go to Thingiverse, find their gun, just print it and put it on your Riptide, and boom.
No.
In the Ultramarine movie, I love the part where John Hurt's...
character shouts burn heretic. Yeah. I mean, it does have good scenes in it.
Yeah.
But, like, overall, it's just weird. And the way the...
Also, they like, glorify the Thunderhammer when it's a common piece of war gear.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a sacred relic type.
Yeah.
Whatever. But the thing that really gets me is the way the emblem that the chaplain has.
Yeah.
What's it called?
The Crozius Arcanum.
Yeah, he uses it as a weapon.
As a flamethrower.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Because it's a force field generator. That's
Yeah.
what it does.
So my biggest
So
thing
weird.
is that has to be a special piece of war gear that allowed him to do that.
Yeah.
But then they could have made that a little bit more obvious, and it's really dumb. How often do you think people...
Put fridge magnets on the backs of Space Marines all the time. Just walking around with, like, bananas and apples and stuff on their back. Like...
I mean, honestly, if I was a freaking, like, cultist or some shit, that would be, like, one of the things that I do.
That would be like an initiation test. Like, you can put this on the back of a Space Marine, you're in.
Put a banana sticker on them.
Yep.
Here, have a banana.
That's actually really funny.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I like that.
Oh.
So dumb.
Well, that's really... So.
No, but, like, I wish it would go into more of the culture of the Space Marines without it sounding like a joke. Like, every time they try to describe this, the Space Wolves, it always just sounds like, we don't understand Nordic culture.
They don't.
No.
At all.
But they keep stealing names from it.
I know.
Like the Voskir. Wolf cheese.
Yeah.
Good old wolf cheese.
But it's not cheese, though. It's more of yogurt.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah.
How big is Tyberos? I think he's like... Isn't he like...
He's probably the size of Alfarius. Alfarius was, like, smaller than the other Primarchs, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, he's huge. And his armor is like Terminator armor that has, like, dreadnought bits in it, just so it fits.
Yeah.
It's like a special made armor. It's huge.
For the cost of 2,000 points, Custodes army, how many minis would you get in an IG army or a Tau army? That really depends on what you buy, because if you just buy tanks for IG, you're actually getting less than the Custodians.
And there's so many, like, big mechs for Tau.
Yeah.
That you could just pump out a ton of mechs and just, yep, that's my army. They've got, like, maybe 30 miniatures.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So both of them...
But
actually,
if you just have infantry, it's a lot.
Yeah, so let's just say infantry. For 2,000 points, I think you can bring, 8 squads of infantry, so 80 models plus your commander plus like a whole bunch of other things.
Yeah.
So I'd say about 90 models in a 2,000 point list if you just spammed guardsmen.
Yeah.
Versus like 20 at best with custodians.
I bring the funny. Yes, you do.
Oh, first, the best. Do you think GW will phase out old Marines or keep them around forever?
I don't think they're going anywhere.
I personally think that they're pushing more for the Primaris Marines, and the older Marines are going to be just used for horse heresy.
No.
That's what I think they're slowly doing, and they're slowly going to kill them off in 40k and just use their same models for 30k.
No.
So are they going anywhere? No. It's just the presentation of the Space Marine is shifting to the Primaris.
Yeah.
Actually, it has shifted.
Yeah, like all the new box sets just have Primaris Marines.
Yeah. They're not releasing new baby Marines for 40k.
No.
Let's see. A tank bust a bomb on a dreadnought in the Dawn of War trailer.
Yeah.
Can we talk about how, like, okay, I have this whole video about why, like, the Space Marine Dreadnought is actually, like, the dumbest thing ever. So, the Space Marine Dreadnoughts, in lore, are prone to demonic incursion. Like, demonic possession.
Yeah.
Like, that's their lore. And that's before they knew about chaos. Like, oh, Fred's just going crazy again, murdering people. Oh, blood for the blood god. Yeah, he came up with a new saying, you know. Fred's just weird. Just put him on ice.
Yeah, just shut him off. He'll be fine. And he just wakes up the same.
He just comes out, starts swinging. But one of the other big things is they always try to retrieve dreadnoughts. So if you had any knowledge of that as a military commander going against Space Marines, you just snipe a dreadnought and then just wait 30 minutes and bombard the area.
Yep.
And then wait 30 minutes and bombard the area.
Yeah, because they can't leave it.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Sister Battle versus Eldar Witch. Who do you think would win?
Depends.
Yeah, is it Ethereal Stern? Because Ethereal Stern beat all of the witches in the witch cult. Like,
and it also depends on, like, from whose point of view are you writing the story.
Yeah, because if it's Eldar, or Drukhari in this case.
Yeah, they'll win.
Yeah, they win.
Sister Battle, she'll win.
Yep.
I think it's about 50-50.
Yeah, because I think even canonically in the one box where Drukhari versus Sisters of Battle, oh my god, what is her name? The lieutenant of the sisters, the Canoness Palatine, went toe-to-toe with Lilith Hexbrix and somehow fought to a draw. And that doesn't make any sense considering she is sliced off the arms of Hive Tyrants. Because reasons. Do you think Demon Space Marine word bearers kill a custodian? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, very easily. In fact, there's books about that. It's called The First Heretic.
Yeah. And if, like, you talk about in game terms, we have the Gal Warback.
Yeah, and they can easily kill a custodian.
Yeah. If they get the charge off.
Yes. Assuming they are the ones charging, they're going to kill the custodians.
Yes.
I like the basic Primaris Marine, but most of them I just can't get into. I don't know. I really like the Blade Guard veterans. I think that's the way that they should have been introduced first, is the Blade Guard veterans. The only new vehicle... All the vehicles look like ass. Like, all the new vehicles just look like garbage. They honestly remind me of a garbage truck, which is not a shape that you want to emulate.
No. Not at all.
I do like the fact that they put as many weapon systems on it as an A1 Abrams. That's cool, but it looks silly.
No.
It also makes the other tanks like completely irrelevant. But Space Marine tanks in 40k are completely irrelevant.
Yeah.
Unless you're taking like dreadnoughts or the Forge World ones.
Like Spartans.
Yep. Well, not even Spartans. You want to take like the Vindicator Laser Destroyer.
Yeah.
That's probably the
just
best.
Go full hog like I did with my Blood Angels and just have 8 Land Raiders.
Yeah. Because you're insane.
I also have 8 Dreadclaws.
You're still insane.
No, true.
It doesn't change the fact that you're insane.
I know.
Isn't Terminator armor based off of mining equipment? Yes.
Yes.
Would it be weird to base your weapons and armor off of scavenged ancient John Deere equipment? That's kind of what they did. Although all of the Space Marine engines and the Space Marine backpack and all of the power packs and all of the power armor in 40K is technically powered by nuclear fission.
No.
Which would mean that if you shot them in the back at a certain angle, you could technically cause them to have a nuclear explosion or a meltdown.
No.
And it would be really funny.
Warhammer armor sponsored by Caterpillar? Yeah.
Or Cat. Wait, that's Caterpillar.
Same
I'm dumb. I realized that right as I said it. I'm like, god damn it.
Your mouth got ahead of you there.
Yep.
It's like, oh, jeez.
The Old Vindicator is awesome. The dozer, big dozer blade. Yes. Yeah, I do love it. I have one just sitting. I have 2 of them sitting over there. I want to make another laser destroyer. Give it the big old pew.
The pew pew?
And watch something die.
Yeah, like every turn. Just dead.
Just remove that. I don't want to roll dice. Just take it away.
Yeah. Might miss. No.
Still waiting for 40K battle tractors. Honestly, yeah, same. I mean, they have that. They have the AdMech dude in the sex suit riding the giant ostrich.
That's a sentence I never thought I'd hear.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, okay. I'll actually show you this really quickly, and you'll see a guy in a sex swing.
It said sex swing.
Yes.
Okay, I heard sex wing. I was like,
oh, that's the newest branch of the Dark Angels.
Yeah, I was thinking it was a sex wing. I was like, what?
Yeah, that's meant for morale for the other troops. Yeah,
You're
look.
talking about the sex wing in the front there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you see him, he's in a gimp suit just hanging there.
Yeah,
and these
are his legs.
Yeah, but whatever. It's funnier this way.
That's gross.
So the Iron Strider, if anybody is interested, is what we're talking about. The Land Raider STC is based off of agricultural vehicle. No, it isn't. That is a thing that Remlay said with absolutely no source. In fact, it's based off of the landing equipment that went with people colonizing planets. And that's why they're found all over the galaxy. And they are armored, they're armored movers, essentially. They're armored personnel carriers that can carry equipment and everything. But they're not tractors, technically. That would be like saying the Abrams is a tractor. It's a tank that is also an armored personnel carrier.
But if you go like back to the beginning of tanks, like World War One,
yeah, you can get the
then
tractors.
there used to be tractors that were armored. That's just the beginning of it.
Yeah.
Then that branched off.
But the Land Raider is not based off of a tractor. I've heard that same argument made for like every Imperial vehicle, and nobody has provided a source that says it.
It's a good theory, though.
Yeah, it is. I like it. It's actually based off of like Golden Age technology, which I do wish we could get a game set in Golden Age. That would be so cool. Like, just imagine it, though. You have like freaking custodian level armor on your basic troops.
Yeah. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff they could do.
Yeah, it's just
they could
called
do like, yeah, they could do like a unification war thing, where you have like Thunder Warriors. We don't even have Space Marines yet.
Yeah, just Thunder Warriors versus like cultists.
Yeah.
Let's see. What is your favorite insult to the Dark Gods? Mine is the Dark Dorks and I don't really have an insult. I mean, I would just say their fan base.
What, mini Wargamer Dave?
Oh no, I was actually thinking of anybody who likes Slaanesh, like actually likes Slaanesh's lore.
Yeah.
No, Dave is fine because Dave doesn't actually like know the lore.
Doesn't know anything.
He's a cool guy. I like Dave.
Yeah, well.
But
he's
no.
okay, I guess.
You don't like anything.
I like you.
Damn, you got me there. Right?
So,
I got no comeback to that. You win this round.
Yes, I do. Like every other round.
Jesus. This person is retracting a lot of statements. Though the Imperium is indeed enthusiastic about the propane and propane accessories, flamers are part of the Holy Trinity. Yeah, I just wish flamethrowers were worth using.
Yeah.
Look, in 30k, they're actually good.
They're awesome.
Yeah, because you can get entire squads of flamethrowers and just torch like 20 Marines and kill them.
Yeah, and good luck like charging them.
Yeah.
It's D3 shots per guy.
Oh my god.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it is.
And if they have heavy flamers, it's just worse. It's like, ugh.
Oh yeah, do you know the same company that made Farming Simulator is making Space Marine 2? The same producers. Yeah. Might have some DLC for some farm equipment.
Yeah.
Do you know if that is true about the Minotaurs? Do you think it's possible? Do I think what is true? Oh, wait, no, we had another comment. Isn't it true that the Minotaur Space Marine chapter that people believe is the new chapter will go chapter downloaded into them? I never heard that. I honestly don't think that they're interesting. Like they're based off of the idea of like the Spartans, and honestly, I think it's kind of stupid. And the way that they were written in the Golden Throne series was a bit meh, in my opinion. They just came off as kind of assholes. Like, they were the Space Marine equivalent of, well, my dad told me that I could be here, so you go it. And they deploy as an entire chapter, which is really cool, except when there's other wars in the solar sector.
Yeah, it's a lot of Space Marines.
Yeah, they deploy 1,000 Marines. Cool, they're going to win that one battle. But any other commander would just be like, oh, they're all right here? Screw it, just shoot their ship.
Yeah.
Huh.
Don't we have one of those Exterminators missiles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boom! Hey, we took out the entire chapter.
Yeah. Anyone for cupcakes?
Do Space Marines ever retire? Technically, yes. They typically don't live that long. Like, Space Marines don't have a long life. And I know that's weird considering that they can live forever and the only thing that actually ages them is stress.
There's one Space Marine I can think of that was in...
Technically, Garrow.
Yeah, but there's one that was in one of the Space Wolf novels. He was like he was in charge of their archives, and he was like ancient. And he was just like, he was too old to go into like battle, but he was still alive.
Yeah.
So he was basically like maybe close to 1,000 years old.
Oh, and remember, Dante is the oldest Space Marine, 1,200 years old.
Yeah, but they're vampires, so.
Except for, the 1,000 of Astartes that were released from Trazine's vault.
They're put in stasis. Time stops.
Yeah, and all of the Primaris Marines.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, I don't think they actually retire because they just kept working for the chapter, but they do, like, retire from, like, active duty.
Yeah. I know Sisters of Battle and Guardsmen can retire.
Yeah.
So can Custodians. They become Eyes of the Emperor. It's really cool, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, I seem to, like, have read some stuff about, like, retired Guardsmen.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's like after...
Nick Yarick retired.
Yeah, it's like after 30 or 40 years of service.
Typhus Cain retired.
Yeah. Just kept getting dragged back.
Yep. Itch.
Scratch.
Do you think Golden Age warfare, I think of Infinity. I get what you're coming with that, but I would actually think it would be like more Starship Troopers, like flying around with thermonuclear warhead missile backpacks that fire constantly and destroy entire planets.
It wouldn't be fun to play.
No, it would be kind of crazy.
It would just be, like, weird. But...
Yeah. Because you would just have, like, it would be an interesting role-playing game.
Yeah.
But, like...
Yeah, and you have to do is with, like, out the miniatures. Because
yeah.
it's just, like, too much.
Yeah, without a doubt. Minotaur Chapter Master gets his mind downloaded in the new body, is what people are saying.
Okay.
Well, source? Or is this just a lore YouTuber just hitting refresh on Lexiconum until they find something interesting? Like, anytime the ghoul stars come up is a big one. Like, I know that they've never read where the source is from because it's an RPG setting and it's meant to be intentionally vague and catastrophic. So it's like...
And all spooky and scary.
Yeah.
But it's cool, though.
Yeah.
Like, positioned, like, way up in the eastern fringe.
You think some Thunder...
I think that's supposed to be Thunder Warriors.
Thunder guys still kicking around? We know that some of them were during the Horus Heresy because Horus recruited some.
Yeah, well, I think there was a bunch of them during the Horus Heresy, but I think they're all dead now. Because, like, one of the things that...
Yeah, they just die.
Yeah, they just die.
Like...
They don't live forever like Space Marines.
Well, early Space Marines live forever. But after certain...
Yeah, I mean, everything's get, like, diluted and stuff, so...
Yeah. Once they don't have their baby juice in them, they can't be superhuman anymore. They can't live forever. Do you know in the original lore, Primarchs, one didn't exist. But in first edition... which is after Rogue Trader, but before second edition, there was this little gap that I consider first edition. Because I consider Rogue Trader like 0.5 edition. They stated that Primarchs only lived to 1400.
Yeah, which was a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot because they didn't have the 10,000 year gap.
Yeah.
They also didn't have the Horus Heresy yet.
No.
In fact, Chaos Space Marines weren't even included in Rogue Trader.
No.
What do you think would win? Star Wars Empire versus Space Marines, both in both battles. Okay. In space warfare, Astartes win. Like, there's no question. You can even include Darth Vader. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because they would just shoot a couple of lances at it, shoot a torpedo, which would bypass their shielding and destroy their ship. And then it doesn't matter how strong the force is because they would just keep bombarding the ship until there was nothing left. And then Darth Vader would just die in the void. But in close combat, 40k again.
Yeah.
Now, when you compare a Sith...
40k for the win!
Yes. But when you can...
My inner world leader coming out.
Here's my biggest thing. The Force versus warp powers is always it's always a fun debate. Especially when you bring up the psychic powers that are based around biomancy. Biomancy not only completely negates force powers, but would just absolutely melt any Sith, Jedi, or anything in their path that uses the force. Because one of the things that you can do as a biomancer is blood boil, where you force their blood to superheat, get rapidly moving in their bloodstream constantly, which means that they can't use their force powers. And yes, that is exactly what it means. And before anybody goes, well, that's Legends. I don't care. You're wrong.
You got made-up world versus made-up world. We're making up stuff.
Yeah. Also, the ships fly at relatively the same speed. Space Marine ships just outclass even the Eclipse class Star Destroyer. So yes, 40k wins. A more interesting fight would actually be Star Trek versus 40k. Star Trek could win in the long haul, but could never win in the short battle.
No.
They would simply just be overrun and destroyed really quickly. Okay, hear me out. Tyberos the Red Wig is a Khorne Berserker.
Well,
as a Khorne Berserker.
That's what he is, basically, just Imperial. But,
Blood for the Blood Emperor. I'm sorry, did he just... No, just let him go.
No, just let him do the thing. No, don't.
Honestly,
should we wrap this up soon?
Yeah.
We've been at this for 2 hours.
Oh, geez, yeah, we have. We'll wrap this up real quick. We'll answer a few questions here. There's a Vader versus Space Marine video on YouTube. Yeah, and it's really well done. It was on Major Kill's channel. I really like it. Most people don't realize that Psychers in 40k can actually do like thousands of different things. It's not just this typical lightning. It's more like they can move everything, even extra dimensional energies. But I'm just going to try to get through the last couple of things really quickly. I'm confused. It says Emperor knows that Horus is going against him, but Emperor says why to Horus. I don't think the Emperor ever said why to Horus. In fact, we don't know what the Emperor said to Horus.
Isn't it like when they're like the last confrontation that he asks him why.
Does he?
I think I seem to remember reading that somewhere.
I don't remember that. That could be the thing. I don't remember. I do
It's the thing,
apologize.
because there's so many novels and there's so much writing and so much lore, and if you haven't read all of it and remember all of it, you don't know anything really.
Yeah, good. And then other lore sources contradict each other. So,
Yeah.
And then there's the retcons,
Yeah.
like the freaking Alfarius book. I hate that book. It undoes so much important stuff.
Yeah, don't read it then. Oh
Like,
wait, you
how
did.
the hell did Alfarius was on Terra, know Malkador the Sigillite, not know his mother or the Emperor? I'm sorry, that's stupid. Anyway.
Anywho.
Halo would be kind of cool. I think a Spartan could go toe-to-toe with a Space Marine. Their weapons match all the way up until they get into close combat, then the Space Marine wins.
Yeah.
But in anything that's long range, I think the Spartan would actually take them. Depending on the amount of years the Space Marine has been going.
Yep.
Sorry, injury stream, but I have to keep going. Well, thank you, Rock. You're awesome, and I love you. I'm gonna remember some people always going Reapers. Reapers, aren't they just based off of like the Flood, which is also based off of like the Tyranids, which is also based off of extra dimensional scary stuff.
Yeah, everything's based off something.
Yeah. All right, so we are going to wrap this up. I want to thank everybody for joining me. I want to thank Lee for being here and being awesome. I want to thank Lee for this shirt because this is awesome. I'm super happy with this. This is Christmas present. I'm happy. But yeah, thank you everybody for joining us. As always, I'm Noreen Queen.